they're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact, and try to get his arms out of the slot.
Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before enemy territory. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Rentory at the 49-yard line. And they go backwards here, losing back at the 40-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Back to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Tahir Whitehead. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available for him.
Yeah, 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to
he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line as the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps him out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Richard on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to himself. I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
6-18.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll try to run it into Marshall. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Hey, 734. Hey.
Now they'll throw with Carr, eluding the pressure right. Caught! Touchdown, Raiders! Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field.
And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to tick a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find them, eat it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to... No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on?
No, back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And then you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Allen's first catch, good for a 1st down.
Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, now he's just breaking down defense. Remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a 2nd one, that's on you. And if there's a 3rd one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. He'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. And this is hauled in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sturgis had AT, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to
put this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A good pickup there at 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Match up against a linebacker or maybe a deep drop blitz. He's going to win that battle every time.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could break down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, picks up a first down.
Keeps it on the sneak. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. To Vecchio now to kick this one. And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds, his own 5-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Partner, you mind if I take off and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point, it has been. Looking to throw. Open man, it's Allen. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out for a big-time completion.
Now back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Carr gives to Richard. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another. Boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw here on him. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Well, they don't need to run play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well. I
love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So after 2 first downs, they're 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw now on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw. Now he's forced out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively, a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sturgis for the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. It can fade. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win, guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On play action, it's Carr. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
694. 29.
shotgun now for Carr. And able to find Conley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pick up there. 20 yards. Throwing on first down is Carr. Man open, that's Jaleel Scott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On first down, Carr. Caught here by Conley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Chris Conley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put them in now. See on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. To Vecchio now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out. To the 25-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be it in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Going for the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Richard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this team, has got to be priority 1.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On play action. Now Carr. And Tate's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
6-18.
The final shot here before half. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is intercepted. They'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. We have time. 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And this will be a touchback. Sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that.
And this is caught. And he's in for your touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after now from Sturgis. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And it's the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first, and hope field.
Off of, that's what they're looking for here. Carr now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Carl try it again on 2nd down. He's going to let one fly for Tate. He's got a man complete. Gain of 31. Well, short-changed play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On center's car. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this time not quite. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got on before it even.
And when they're blitzing like running back, usually spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good.
From the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the. And the Raiders are in it. Touchdown. Derek Carr taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders have moved out in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to. Win.
And now he's hoping his defense onto that lead. Vecchio now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense.
And the Raiders have got him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Hey, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. They have certainly his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And an alley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on 1st down. 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a big turn. These guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
4 down, check. Get down. 280. 29.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Corey Legion in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how did?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Get set. 180.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And
he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. His trusted confidant is on the sidelines. I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback. That's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down. Carr escaping the pressure right. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse, still act a nice pass for now.
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Get down. 280.
Now Marshall. And then around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the front of the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. End zone, and the ball's knocked out. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
With that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now. Sit back room. It's 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll drop to across the formation. He's got a man. That's Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
3 down! 3 down!
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Hit off to McCaffrey. Yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's airing it out. And now here is another interception. Darren Lee picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the foot. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker.
And think about all the different tech has to employ in a passing situation. Dropping because it's zone. Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Wide open with some play. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. 3rd touchdown pass now to Carr, and the Raiders add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it together in their own facility. look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Vecchio now to kick this one away. Will carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. He's getting set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean up through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
Don't go to the playmakers. Right in a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 4 yards. The pickup on the pitch and catch. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play call, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Not just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Again to Henry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be 8. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
He'll look to throw. Keep nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Switzer now to return. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And the situation you got clock defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run them here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to make them use gain the ground in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 left.
They have to be.
So the big play. Gets him all the way down to the outskirts on here for first.
You got there. Let 5-man box. Watch twist. Watch twist. Go, go. Get set, get set.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And they'll get him now first and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Carr going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raider. Great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Tvek to kick this one away. So out, and for them a touchdown their last go around. Obviously they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. I'll put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that
we've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Blue 90. Detroit. Hot.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now back. And he'll dump this off to his running back. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
So they have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores, want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Lucky 56.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Back to throw again. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Now for a late touchdown. Never over yet.
Upper term here, but it certainly felt like touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got me sure.
Because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown.
Yeah, feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be Cunahan's team. And that should just about hamper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting should recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I wonder if that number is much more of a coaches tell us. But when you score on special, 2% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made by Brian Arakpo. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. I've seen it happen. Watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Raiders, the preparation pays off as they pick up their first win on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.